What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for episode 46 of our Madden 24 Arizona Cardinals franchise mode. It's been a minute since we've recorded it. The last time I talked about this series was when I made my big kind of like 10-year channel update. In that, I need to kind of shift the channel right now, I think, back towards more rebuild heavy and less franchise content. We got to a point in time where we're getting 2 to 3 Cardinals episodes per one rebuild. And that wasn't necessarily the best balance, I think, for the exposure and growth of my channel, and we got to kind of take that a little more seriously right now ahead of what is going to be a gigantic period for all football content creators this summer. We had College Football 25 drops in July, and the new Madden 25 game drops in August. I got to get back and not only more and more into the NCAA space, but more and more to like rebuilds. And I think because we've accomplished so much in the Arizona Cardinals franchise, we're coming off an undefeated Super Bowl season. We're undefeated this year. We're on a 23-game win streak. By the time we get to the end of this season, what left is there going to be for us to accomplish? Outside of like seeing out the careers of everyone on this roster more, I mean, we're pretty much there. So what I'm thinking now is we're going to pivot. The original kind of plan was to run this series all the way up to Madden 25, but I think it's going to run its course come the end of this season. So what we are going to do is we're going to play this whole season. We're going to do 3 games per episode, 1 sim, 1 super sim, 1 full game. And I think by the time we finish this season, ideally we make the playoffs, so we have a little bit of a playoff run. That should bring us from now all the way to the 2024 NFL draft. Because after the 2024 NFL draft, that is when there's going to be a gigantic boom, I think, for rebuilds. Rebuilds of teams that have made big moves in free agency, and now we have their draft classes, the big exciting rookies. We're going to be able to put those all together and pretty much have 10-year rebuilds for all 32 teams. And that's going to take a lot of time. Right now, it's taking me about 2 days to record a 10-year rebuild. About 7-8 hours worth of recording one day, and then about 2 to 3 hours editing, and then uploading on day 2. And when you have that, you know, to mix in with, I want to start getting in NCAA rebuilds in a similar format and throwing in a little bit of transfer portal, pink slip fun in that. We have Honey Hunters, which we're going to continue. There's a lot more teeth on the Honey Hunters franchise than there is this Cardinals franchise because we've accomplished everything with this Cardinals franchise. I just don't see a way for me to keep up with this series beyond this season. But with those 3 games per episode, I'm kind of planning it out, mapping out that it should be a somewhat consistent upload 1 to 2 times per week all the way up to the 2024 NFL draft, and we'll be able to finish the second season, ideally continuing this undefeated streak and going on and winning a Super Bowl. So in today's episode, we got week 4, 5, and 6. Week 4 against the Raiders, they're 0-3. We're going to sim that one. Week 5 against the San Francisco 49ers. They are a divisional opponent, but they're also 0-3 at this point, so that is going to be our super sim. And then week 6, we have a road game at Jerry World against the undefeated Dallas Cowboys. And assuming that we can roll into that one undefeated at 5-0, that is going to be a gigantic matchup. So we're going to hop in on the sticks and play that game in its entirety. We are undefeated. We are absolutely crushing it. A refresher because it's been a minute since we recorded. Our passing offense hasn't been as prolific as it was last season when Kyler Murray went on to win MVP, but we've been efficient, and more so, we've been able to control the game, kill off games. You know, when you're trying to focus on winning, primary goal is winning, which it always should be. We run the football, 146 yards. We're almost 200 rushing yards a game. We are just unstoppable. We're controlling the clock. We're having long drives, and we're finding ways to cap off those drives with touchdowns and not field goals. We are playing a mercifulness brand of football, and we are an absolute buzzsaw to every team that we have faced so far. We have the pass rush genius, which is B.J. Ojolari, one of the best pass rushers we've ever had in a main channel franchise. 5 TFLs, 4 sacks through 3 games, 3.5 sacks from Milton Williams, who we converted from defensive tackle to the defensive end spot, where he is absolutely thriving in his debut game. What do you have? I think he got all 3.5 of those sacks in his one and only game so far as a defensive end. And I think what we're out to a little bit of a slow start with the turnovers. Usually we have insane ball production back there. 4, 5, 6 picks for multiple players. I think it's only a matter of time till that boom kind of catches on here a little bit and the interceptions start going buck wild. But our first game of the episode is against the winless Vegas Raiders at home. You take a look, they are one of the worst teams in the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals have the number 4 offense, number 5 defense, and we are probably even better than those offensive rankings will lead you to believe. You look at the Vegas Raiders, they have the number 30th overall offense. The worst passing offense in the league. The rushing offense is not too bad, but the defense is also kind of butt cheeks. This should, all accounts, be a win, and really my only worry is injuries. So it was a very close game. Honestly, it took us till the fourth quarter to pull ahead and get this dub, 28-21, in a matchup where we just... the passing offense has continued to struggle. Not just me, it is a sim issue. And also, we're lucky because for our win streak ended against a winless Raider team in a straight sim. That would actually honestly kind of be morally deflating. But we handled business, 203 yards. The rushing offense continued. Kyler Murray with a rushing touchdown. Calvin Austin with 47 yards and a rushing touchdown. Roosevelt Bonds continues to pound the rock, 74 yards and a rushing touchdown. Hollywood Brown, 50 yards, 50 for Archibald. Damn. Can we please force feed Marcus House a little bit more in the sim? God damn. Xavier Collins led the team with 6 tackles total, 5 solo. We got a sack from Duvall, a sack from Ojolari. Bunch of TFL. So our run defense was pretty stout with Owen Popo, the heat-seeking missile, getting his first interception of the season. Game 2, we have Week 5 on the road against the 1-3 San Francisco 49ers, who have a top 10 defense. Their offense has struggled immensely, even though the rating's not that bad. An 85 overall offense. They are a stronger defensive team, which kind of checks out there based off of their numbers. You know, it's probably not going to be a great week for us to get the passing offense right, but we're going to hop in. It's going to be a super sim. We will, come in for the splash play when we need to, but hopefully this 4-0 undefeated Cardinals team can handle business for the most part, and we can gear up to put all of our attention for that road game Week 6 against the undefeated Cowboys. But it is a short week here. Kyler Murray wants to talk about how we're going to handle this primetime Thursday night football game. We're going to make sure that we are fully ready to execute, beat the 49ers, and commit 1 or fewer turnovers, and we should be able to get a really nice boost for the team. Hopefully in the way of an XP boost and not so much, like a morale, confidence boost kind of way. So we'll kind of slow sim this matchup. I don't want, again, I really, really don't want these games here to be decided because of the sim so much. You know what I'm saying? I want our first L to more so come on the games that we play, right? I want it to kind of fall on us a little bit. So if at any point the game starts to tilt really against our favor, we want to hop in. But I also want to just sit back, watch the team, the super team that we've been able to beat, and see if they can continue on with our undefeated streak. And of course, my superstar kicker, who has never missed a kick, misses a 39-yard field goal because they want us to freaking lose. So we got 4th and 9. We've held them to back-to-back field goals. There we go. Shot play, 28 yards. Rondale Moore. And on 3rd and 15, I feel like this is a good time to come in. Offense has struggled a little bit, getting out of first gear. This is where we can do our damage. This is where we can do a lot of damage. And there's a drop. I love it. Great drop. Feels good. Happy the guys are out here fully executing. Glad they're... Oh, my God. There's how you have a defense right there. Straight up, just suffocate them. Let's get the big drive. 2nd and 9 on the 25. We got a first down. Archibald, 13 yards on the 14. Then we follow up with a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13. Kyler Murray, pass thrown away right ahead of the 2-minute warning. Against his goddamn not one touchdown here will put us in the lead going into half. We get the ball to start the second half. Let's see a little Kyler Murray magic. And we get super linebackered by Fred Warner. All right. This is not shambolic at all. Come on, fellas. Like, we can't get a first down. We can't put some points on the board. There we go. That's a drive right there. 7 yards. Calvin Austin right up to the goal line. Punch this shit in. Alex McGee, the backup, gives us the 1-point lead in this absolute nail-biter on the road at Santa Clara. Long, methodical drive here from the 49ers, and they finish off with a Brock Purdy to Brandon Ayuk 14-yard touchdown. And we're going to need a drive and a half here. 21 yards, Steven Archibald to start the 4th quarter. Cardinals are rolling. 2nd and 5, 5-yard run. We get a 11-yard pass to the backup tackle, Jake Witt. We're getting some trickeration. And we got ourselves a 1st and goal after an 8-yard pass. Kyler Murray to Rondo Moore. Touchdown. The fullback, James Conner. So a drive that featured a pass to a backup tackle and a touchdown to a fullback. We are finding ways to win multiple. There we go. I'll get a Christian Harris sack. I think this is a great time to come in. 3rd and 11. Let's heat up with Ojulari. Let's heat up with Ojulari, his 2nd sack of the day. That's like my, when we do rebuilds, we can come in and hit the deep ball. And the deep ball doesn't work all the time, but it's probably like a 45% chance we're going to hit the deep ball. I feel like that's going to be this series when we have to come in with a pass rush with Ojulari. We got a long drive here going ahead of the 2-minute warning on the 48. Ball in possession of the good guys. Ooh, a 3rd and 15, a sack. I think this is where we might need to want to come in here. Let's go, Verts. Let the clock roll here. Try to get into field goal range, even though our superstar kicker missed uncharacteristically. I'm not going to lie, man. Terrible. I'm terrified for that game against the Cowboys when we hop in. Because I am not vibing with what's going on here. We're going to overtime. Thank God. Nah, the Cardinals get the ball in OT. Penalty. Automatic 1st down. Get a shot play there. 14 yards to Archibald. And unfortunately, we have to punt the ball away. But we're trading punts here. Ooh. Okay, I think we might want to come in. Another 14 yards to Archibald. I know we're not helping them out a whole lot here right now. But I think we can. I know we can. Why is our tackle such a focal point here of the offense? And another drop. What the fuck? Wake up! Every time I come in, it's been 2 picks, 2 easy drops. This is a team that has here that they're about to be phased out. This is insane. How are we not hitting these passes? 90s across the board, pissing down their leg. Can we please get a fucking completion here? Boom! Thank God, go to your 99 X Factor. Shockingly, obviously, I thought he was going to drop it with how these guys have played today. Field goal will win it. We need like 2 more 1st downs. And look, they're not pressing house. And as long as we don't get a super interception from Fred Warner. How are these so inaccurate? The reigning MVP can't fucking float it in with a little bit of touch there? This is unbelievable. This is almost like one of those, like, when you announce that people are getting fired and then, like, they kind of justify why they're getting fired, like, right in front of everyone's face. Like, that is what this team is doing here. Are you trying to spice things up? You think more people are going to watch this if you choke and you finally lose? Not this early. There we go. Ugly pass. Hollywood Brown. Whew. We needed that. Kick it. Get me out of here. Get me out of this one. Way too ugly. And honestly, I'm pretty terrified for this Cowboys matchup because we know what the Cowboys bring. And the fact that that game was so difficult anytime I wanted to do something. What's a full game of me trying to hop out there and do something? But we remain undefeated. We go to 5-0, a 25-game win streak, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Kyler Murray. Bonds there, 61 yards, 82 yards from Archibald. Still shocked, honestly, that Marcus House in the sim is so ineffective. 13 tackles, Collins, 10 tackles, 2 TFLs for Papo. We got 2 sacks, 3 TFLs for Ojulari. I'm glad he transcends sim in gameplay. If I'm hopping on the sticks, he's good, regardless of what's going on. Christian Harris with a sack as well. It's always tough, kind of sweeping a team within your division. Had to take that one to overtime, but we remain undefeated. We kept the main thing. And we hit our weekly scenario, 2,500 XP for the entire offense. Pretty damn good roll. Little contracts. Again, I don't know how I'm going to handle the end of this franchise. I don't know if I'll do like a rebuild where I'll do 5 years and just see where this team goes in the future. I don't know. But I do want to handle free agency right now, just in case we do decide to keep on keeping on. So first, we're going to get Keith Taylor. Everyone knows he is a locker room glue guy. He's very important. I think Owen Popo, holy shit. Owen Popo wants an insane amount of money. I think Marco Wilson, that's a very reasonable contract for a superstar corner. I think you got to pay Ojulari what he wants. He's the best player in the league. I think we actually got him at a pretty decent rate there. We got Popo on a 5-year, 77. He, again, another guy that's kind of the face of the defense. Now, Garrett Williams has been very solid for us in the slot. 4 years, 30. He wants more than that. We do obviously have a little bit of salary cap, and the salary cap's going to rise at the end of the year. But I mean, I do want to keep that whole secondary together, but he has no picks. This is a secondary that has struggled so far to start this year in terms of turnovers. So maybe we wait and see what the production looks like at the end of the year in case he's one of those guys that's the odd man out in terms of dev trait regression. Because 25-83 falls back down to a star dev. Given how tight our salary cap is, maybe that makes it an easier decision to let him walk and hit the open market. Of course, the Dallas Cowboys couldn't hold up their end of the agreement for today's gameplay. Week 6 was supposed to be undefeated against undefeated, but the Cowboys slipped up at 4-1. So let's make sure that they fall to 4-2. How they want to play? Well, they sure love the dink and dunks. We're going to take away the short pass, which Dak Prescott likes to use. We also are going to want to make sure we get the ball out quickly so that Micah Parsons can't take this game over. Also, don't want to be picking and throwing those chucked lobs on the outside. They will punish us. Deron Bland, Trevon Diggs are still there. I mean, and what I saw against the Niners, I think that the way that our passing offense has struggled so far this year, they've lacked really any sort of chemistry, no real rhythm. We got to go kind of maybe with the more conservative approach, because right now the biggest thing is not having this be a make-right week for the passing offense. It is to continue our undefeated streak. It is to get to 6-0. It is to get to 26-0. Let's go handle business. All right, this could be a little risky going with the zero blitz, but everything has been to Tony Pollard so far on this drive. I thought that was going to continue. Hospital ball to Lamb as he gets popped. Man, it's been very easy. Very easy. Well, it's been a minute since we've done this franchise, but it's also very quickly reminding me that we are absolutely horrific at not letting teams score on our first drive. Our defense is incredibly slow starters, and always have been. Oh my God, dude. Unreal. Dak is having the drive of his life. If only we could just be like, Dak, this is kind of like a playoff game for the Cowboys. And then throw an interception in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Wow. All right, none of my guys even tried to play that ball. But it is what it is, man. We know multiple things. We know our defense is incredibly slow starters. We know that all Madden is all Madden. They know that we're on a 25-game win streak, so they're going to make this in every matchup. And look, that is incredibly piss poor from two superstars in my defense. My superstar corner, superstar safety didn't even attempt to make a play on that ball, and that's where we're at. There we go. Rondale Moore. Great catch. 22 yards on the slant with Micah Parsons right in our grill. Marcus House got to get him going right bumper. Also, got to forget that Micah Parsons can also track down Kyler Murray from behind, which is valid. Also has the Superman tackle from behind, which is pretty annoying. 3rd and 16, fringe field goal range to get points on this drive, but we're thinking about continuing it here. Boom. At the sideline, and that is Leighton Vander Esch keeping up with my 94, 95 speed slot wide receiver. Wow. Leighton Vander on top of, at least Fred Warner, when he's superhuman linebacker, it checks out because he's superhuman linebacker. But Fred Warner. Oh, drop! Woo! I've thrown 5 passes here today in this episode, and 4 of them have been fucking drops. I love it. Yeah, baby. Oh, he doesn't drop it. Archibald again, 3rd and long. Very tough grab. Hollywood Brown wide open. And somehow he doesn't get it. Oh my God, man. It's like every little thing. Like, oh, my 99 speed wide receiver still can't turn that edge and get in. So now I have to, you know, this where I'm sure I'm going to get stopped. I got to try to make it interesting because it's all Madden, right? All right. Hey, you want to make it interesting? Sure. See if you can stop me 4 times on the goal line. Try your best. Try your best. And we got the Cowboys to a 3rd and 6. Haven't really had a whole lot of luck on 3rd down. We've only really got 1 stop, which was on their field goal. But there we go. That was a crowded rush pass from Dak Prescott. And we're able to get off the field and hopefully shift all that momentum back to the good guys. Kay Gillum. I will say, as we are driving here, we do get the ball to start the second half. We probably should have took that field goal. Oh my God, Kyler Murray, dude. Kyler Murray, he is so washed. Like, he won MVP last year and is like, I'm just going to play Xbox all offseason. You get under that? Yes! Oh, to the 1. Oh, isn't that funny? Can't get a touchdown. So funny, Madden 24. Great grab. But that's twice. That needs to be layup touchdowns. Why are we getting these extra steps? Oh, yeah, that's why. That's why. Okay. It is full tinfoil hat theory right now. That, like, oh, really? Twice? That's twice I've had layup touchdowns. Like, oh, they're going to tackle me on the 1. Oh, that's that unpredictable. Isn't that wacky? What are the odds that that's going to happen twice? Huh? What are the odds this team makes goal line tackles twice? And it's not foot races. It's like, oh, they track from behind. Oh, it's so funny. Suck it. Suck it! And 20. No roughing the passer. Keep everything in front of you. Watch that wide receiver 1, CeeDee Lamb. He tries to play in the slot. Hell yeah. Give me the ball back. House! Let's go! Let's go, Kyler. Ooh. Hell yeah. What a scramble, man. He's showing that, you know, year 1 Cardinal franchise, Kyler Murray was running harder than any quarterback's ever run before. We've kind of got away from that, maybe because we've struggled so much to get into a rhythm as a passer this year. That's what we got to bring back. Scrambling Kyler Murray. And right now we have his X factor. His X factor is perfect passing while throw on the run. So that's what we're going to do. Come on, brother. Come on, Rondale. You got to get the toe taps there, son. 2nd and goal. Should have been a layup. We'll go house on the slant here. Complete the route. Pick it on Leighton Vander Esch, who's in the retirement home. Whoa. Throw that one away. Keep the X factor enabled. Only way we lose the X factor is if he takes a sack. But this is where you really want to find a way to get a touchdown and not settle for a field goal. You want more than that touchdown insurance over the Cowboys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Marcus House! I know the sim ain't using you, but we're going to go early and often. Flex on them. Fuck the Cowboys. 38 for Dakota Rain. They're trying to get something going. They have not had a very good second half. And it is our job to make sure that continues. Hell of a tackle. Garrett Williams, who I really want to try to find a way to pay that man as the defense gets the ball back to the offense. Go Bonds finally. Biggest run of the day. It's been very difficult. We're averaging for that run, 2.8 yards per carry, which is below the standard that we have set as a rushing offense. But a couple more big runs like that, we'll be back up to the average. Oh, it's over. I mean, maybe it's not over, but it's probably over. Let's go, Hollywood. Man, he should have 3 touchdowns today. Finally, he doesn't get tackled at the 1. Come on, man. Really? While your X Factor's enabled? Huh? This guy's been playing Pickle Pete on his iPad all night. Couldn't handle the blitz protection. Turns the ball over. Dallas quickly scores. They have a slight pulse. That's how you do. That's how you bounce back right there. Dallas going all out aggression to try to get after the QB. If we can pick it up, we got time. We can find guys downfield just like that. Not the worst thing. Hell, it's even a little bit of insurance. But if they're going to let us just get it with a screen pass, knock him on his ass, we'll take it, man. And honestly, Kyle's bounced back. I've been roasting him a little bit. Not a bad stat line, all things considered here today. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dagger. Roosevelt Bonds got his X Factor enabled and said, we're going to stay undefeated here today. 26-0. That's how you handle business right there. That's how an undefeated team, we weather the storm in the first half where things didn't go our way at all. And then you make sure in the second half that you're flawless. And that's exactly what we were. 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, Kyler Murray. He did the job on the ground as well, 26 and 8 touch. 73, 2 touchdowns for Bonds, who did nothing. I mean, overall, Dallas did a great job stifling our run, only 3.3 yards per carry. But they got tired in the second half, and that's where we really started to take over running the football. 65 yards and a touchdown for House, over 100 for Archibald. 100 for Hollywood Brown. He should have had a hat trick. Just 2 real brutal 1-yard line type tackles, which sucks. Ojolari crushed it again. 3 tackles, 2 of them sacks. Duval with a sack. And the undefeated streak continues. Up next is the bye week, so that is where I want to try and get Harrod Williams signed. We're going to give him 32. I still want more. We'll be back next week. Look what we got next episode. We got the cheesiest team going. Seahawks, I mean, it's a divisional game at home. You always got to respect it. Then you have the Carolina Panthers, who have been our biggest, toughest, even more so than the Dallas Cowboys. The Panthers have been the toughest opponent we've faced in the NFC, so a banger. And probably the 2 toughest games remaining all season long that could end this undefeated streak, just based off of talent alone. You can always slip up. You can always lose ugly. You can always have some injuries pile up. But given a fully healthy Arizona Cardinals team, Week 8 against Kansas City, Week 10 against Carolina, are probably the 2 biggest chances that we could stutter and end up losing a little bit here. But we start the episode undefeated. We finish the episode undefeated. That's all I can ask. 26-0 for the good guys. That'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, first time stopping by, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow with a new episode of The Honey Hunter, so don't miss out on that one. Until then, it's your boy C4 saying peace out. Love ya. Have a good one.